It's that time of the year where things are starting to cool down, fall is ahead, we got Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, and many people are gonna have new resolutions this year to stay healthy. And personally, I don't like to run when it's cold outside or raining, but thankfully, we don't have to compromise on our personal health just because of that. And this is where we can make our personal gym at home, where we can run anytime we want, even when it's raining outside, snowing, or cold. It does not matter because it is all indoors. And Yesoul, the sponsor of this video, has sent over the treadmill, the rower, and the bike for us to check out and see what we think in terms of their affordability, to showcase all of the new features and updates they have with their new systems, like one of their first being the treadmill. And what I can say is that these machines are super affordable and won't cut into your budget too much, 2 to 3 times less than, let's say, Peloton. Now, getting into the setup process, the boxes came in undamaged, and it was super easy to pull them out and set up. I would say the setup process was pretty easy in terms of where things go, and Yesoul made it very simple in terms of setup, and each machine was up and running in about an hour. And I decided to put them all into my garage just because I have a concrete floor instead of the crawl space that I have in my house, and wanted to do our studio in the garage. But the really cool thing about the treadmill, the rower, and the bike is that they're super compact and small and can fit into any apartment, no matter how big or small. And with all of the machines having the little wheels to roll around, you can place it anywhere. And the really unique part of the treadmill is that it actually folds up if you need to save some space. And here's my favorite part of the machines. You get a 21.5-inch screen, which personally, I don't like to run without any entertainment. Like, I need to listen to music or watch something. And I get easily bored if I don't do so. But I want to stay healthier and actually enjoy running. And this is where the screen comes in. And it comes with 6-watt dual speakers that sound really good, and you'll definitely hear the clarity, or whatever you're listening to, YouTube videos or Netflix, whatever it is, it's gonna sound really good. And with that, I can easily run about 30 minutes without getting bored, and it's definitely helped me get into shape a little faster. And what a really cool feature is that I can just plug in my phone and it'll start casting whatever you're playing, so you don't have to actually pay for any services out there like other equipment where you have to pay a subscription. The really cool and easy portion of this is I can just plug in my phone, or my wife can jump in and just plug her phone in, and whatever she is watching, it'll be casting onto the screen. And that is very nice to have just because it is personalized to you. So no sign-in required or anything like that, which is pretty cool. You can simply unplug and move on to the next machine just like that. In terms of build quality, this machine is less expensive, and of course it's not a Peloton or a machine that costs $4,000, but in terms of what you get, what you pay for, the quality is not cheap. I would say it definitely matches the price that it's being sold at, but it's definitely not too cheap in terms of quality. In terms of the sound that the machine makes when you're running, it's pretty quiet thanks to its brushless motor. And the best feature that I like on this machine is right here on the front, you have the start, stop, the 5-mile and 7-mile-an-hour button. The cool thing with that is the 5-mile-an-hour is for light jogging, and when you hit the 7-mile-an-hour, it's a very comfortable speed for running. And I've actually been using those 2 buttons more often than hitting the buttons right here on the side to adjust the speed manually. So they definitely figured out the comfortable speed to run or jog at. And in terms of moving the machine, you can simply pull this up, and it has hydraulics, hold it up with no problem. And here's the cool thing. It has the rollers on there, so you can move it just like that and get it close to the wall and whatever you want to move it to. And to get it back into running position, you just hit this and it slowly glides down so you can start running on it. So overall, this machine and its whole package is definitely a game changer in terms of affordability, and I'm pretty impressed with that. And now let's move on to the bicycle. This bicycle is the G1M Max, and what changed on this bike is that they added these speakers here on the back. So when you're riding this bike, you can actually hear behind you or in front of you with the same 6-watt speakers that are in the front and 6-watt speakers here on the back. And here you can see that I'm casting Apple TV from my phone onto the 21.5-inch screen. In terms of the quality of the screen, it is 1080p, but I can't tell a difference. Say it was 720, yes, probably. In this case, the quality of the movie or whatever you're streaming is actually very high quality. And you get a single button here that you can control for volume, and you can actually connect it to Bluetooth via the same button if you hold it down. My wife was actually wanting a bicycle for a very long time, and now finally that we have it, she is very happy with it in terms of the quality and the screens and everything that this bike has to offer with the surround sound and the speakers. And she loves the casting feature where she can actually flip the screen over and do a workout. It doesn't have to be on the bike itself or the treadmill or even the rower. The convenience of having these screens just flip out and you can screen anything off of your phone. That is very genius. I remember going to the gym a few years back, paying a subscription to be there around everybody, and you just couldn't watch what you wanted to watch. And so the convenience of that for me is actually a fantastic idea. And Yesoul did a very great job implementing that. It's super easy. And if you have an older iPhone, you actually have the plug-in ready for it. But since we have the newer phones with the USB-C cable, it's actually very convenient where we don't have to have a lightning cable around. But they still offer that in the box for you. So everything on this bike is adjustable. We got the seat that can go up and down just like that. And you actually have the front portion of this bike where the handles are. That can be also adjusted with the same knob over here. I actually have it at a comfortable position for my wife and I. So I'm gonna leave it right here. And conveniently, we have a little area right here for your phone. And I think it's big enough for the little iPad mini that can go in here. And on my phone, it actually turns it into night mode where I can actually see the time and date of my phone right here, just like that right there. And it's keeping my phone charged, so I actually don't have to use any of my own battery. It charges up my phone for me. And they also have their G1M Plus that has some differences, like the seat that doesn't have a vent in it and no surround sound like the G1M Max has. So the G1M Plus is slightly more affordable. And here it is in action. Say I want to jump from the bike to the rower. I simply unplug this, go over here, plug this in. Even though this machine is off, it should recognize it. Let's see. Oh, there it is. I didn't even have to touch it. And just like that, I have the same entertainment that I was having on this bike. I just simply put the phone down, click play. Whoop, there's sound. Let's turn that off for now. And you can simply start doing your workout. And that is really cool. And I love that you have that flexibility with these machines. Now, my wife used this and actually watched a video that was showing how to row and doing the same exercises of that video. And what's really cool is that it's all free because you're using your own YouTube, and you can search up many coaches out there that actually do this for free, and you can follow along with them either on the treadmill, the rower, or the bike. And I've actually turned on some YouTube videos where you're running through a trail, say on the treadmill, or you're rowing in the ocean with a beautiful sunset, and on the bike, you are riding through a beautiful trail somewhere out there in the world, and it just looks really incredible. And here is the coolest part with all of these machines. The size of them is so compact that I have them right here, and I have them sitting here at 6 by 8, which is very small. So say you have a room that is 10 by 12, you're not even wasting half of that space. That is really cool. And again, all of these machines can be put away. You have it compact right here, and it locks in. So look how much more space you have now, especially if you lift this guy up. Now, if you need to put something here, or you're not jogging or running or rowing, you can just simply use this space and utilize it for something else. And the bike does not fold or get more compact, but that's okay because it is actually very small. With all of that said, I am very impressed with these machines. Thank you, Yesoul, for sending them to us to check them out. And we're very surprised in terms of quality, the price that you get, what you pay for with these 3 machines. It's just incredible. And the compact design with all of these machines, especially the treadmill, which rolls up and actually can be put away without being too large to carry. And all of these machines are actually very light. And when I was setting them up, very simple and easy to move around, especially on the wheels that they all have on the front. And in terms of the health benefits that you get with running, rowing, or biking, it's really incredible to see that we can finally make a difference in our lives by improving our health, no matter how cold it is outside. And Yesoul is running a special on Black Friday with discounts of up to $100 off on the G1M, T1M, R1M, and the J1M purchases. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, and if you did, go ahead and hit that button. And I will have all of the links for these 3 machines up in the pinned comments below and in the description of this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.